Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Myers, and welcome to the Rich Myers podcast show. I'm here tonight with Amber Jean Car- Carmen. Carmen. Um, I listened to your track, "Dreamers." How you been doing?
Doing good. Went and of course I'm still in the studio right now working on this recording that I'm working with, and hopefully by the fall I'll have it completed with my first LP, and we named it Dreamer. So this was the initial song for the whole thing, the story behind it and everything. So I thought it was just a good way to start off with this one. So
Okay. What influenced?
so I ended up I had kind of a melody that was going on for a little bit, and I was in the nursing school. At that time I was in LPN school, and they had I had graduated from there, and one of the guys that was my classmate there, he actually was also a recording engineer, and they found out that I did music and wrote, and so they challenged me into writing this song for graduation. And uh, it was so I was graduating in 2009. And it was really cool because the stories in each part literally reference back to different events that were going on at the time in the news. As a matter of fact, the one that I'm referencing in the song is about something that had happened, and like I said, it happened all in the news that was happening. So it was like it just fit perfectly into the story of how I wanted to do this song, and I thought it was really. And also, I would have to say at that time, Miley Cyrus had that song of Climb a Mountain,
Yeah.
and she had that song going out, and they had that for graduation. So it was kind of fitting in with that too. So with our graduation at that time. So, and that was in 2009.
Okay.
So,
Let's take a listen to it.
mhm.
Little boy opens up a history book, says that he wants to be president, but everybody laughs at him. Do you see the color of your skin? Little girl goes to the movies, decides she wants to be a star, but when she looks at herself, she don't see the magazines. Little boy becomes president, and little girl's a star. No matter what shape you're in or color of your skin, dreamers come and dream. Don't be afraid. she goes and closes up her eyes. There she goes and makes a wish. No matter the age or whether you think you're smart, it doesn't matter how small they are, you never give them up. Dreamers, come and dream. Don't be afraid. Out of the oceans, one star shines bright. Dreamers, come and dream. Don't be afraid.
It's a great motivation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted it out of, because like in the beginning I was talking, of course it was 2009, so Obama had just become president at the time. And so I used that in reference to that. And then of course the girl going to the movies was originally from the girl from Hairspray. She had just done an interview talking about how, you know, she had just gotten the placement on the show and stuff. And in a sense, though, I was still even referencing myself too, you know, in the music. So that's so because everybody does. They always think about their looks or their size or whatever as to whether or not they can make it, you know, in success of anything. They always do that. And then on top of it all, the one was the guy who's the principal. They had just done a Sunday interview with one of the principals at a school where he had literally left school and was a dropout. And then he later on in life went back to school, and he was actually principal, and they actually had him on there. So that I thought was perfect timing with this whole thing happening and stuff. And then of course the 83-year-old woman is talking about everybody later on in life. Sometimes that's when they get their big moment, or still want to do things, or still have things that they want to do, like painting or whatever. And I found so many people that even Harry Potter books, she was in her 40s when she, you know, when she wrote them. You know, it was later in life. It wasn't earlier in life. It was later in life. So there was a lot of people that I've noticed that they did a lot of that. And I just thought, you know, what a perfect motivational for anybody to just keep going after their dreams, no matter when or how or whatever. Just keep pushing forward. You know, you enjoy it. Don't lose that enjoyment out of it. Even if it doesn't get to where you want it, you're still going to have it. That's just like this whole Dreamers project that started out with. Literally it came after a conversation. They said, well, what are you going to do with all this music? You know, you're pitching it and you're not going anywhere with it. And I thought, you know, the only people that know this music is literally a lot of times my family and friends who have sang these songs, you know, and I've never really done more than that. And I said, if nothing comes out of it, great. It's still a time capsule for my friends and my family who enjoy this stuff. So that's changed the perspective of things, and it's been wonderful to do that. And like Dreamers, when I started working with Kenny on this song, it blew me away so much. He is absolutely fantastic. Kenny Vaughn is a lead guitar player for Marty Stewart, and he started working on this with me, and it was by accident that I even got him. Originally, Jim Copeland, who is it's his studio, he originally was supposed to have another guy who was supposed to be coming in, but it ended up he had his wrist from an accident, so it turned out to be Kenny. And I walked in the door, and I was like, oh my gosh, my jaw just dropped to know that it was him, you know. And so we started working on this song, and he just, the way he went with the things, like even the percussion is him just simply on a guitar. He didn't want to go like with a full drum set. He was just he was doing it literally on his guitar, you know. Even the settings that he used for the guitar was even like having to do with Dream, you know, and stuff like that. He goes, look, we're going to go a little Pink Floyd on this kind of thing. It was so much fun. It was so much fun with him. And I really did enjoy it. And I'm right now been in the studio recording more with him. And I love how this is turning out with him. We're supposed to be going back to the studio and recording more. I'm going to have some of the old raw stuff on there, but I'm, you know, from how people know it before, but that's just like the song Play Outside. There's a new version that's going to be done with this. So, and which I've done that song with you before, but now he took hold of it and did it. And oh my gosh, it is amazing. It turned out so good. And the thing is that I can't wait to release this, but I made it a point for myself. It was a goal. I was not, because I know they say like doing it 2 to 4 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks sometimes on some of the songs to be able to release the next one or whatever like that. But I made it as a goal to myself that, because I've got the video of Dreamers on YouTube. So you can look it up in Dreamers and then look for Amber Jean. It might be on our Interject too, but you still should be able to find it with that. And anyways, it's on there. But I've got the numbers under there as how many numbers. So I said, once that hits 1,000 views, you know, on there, then I'm going to release Play Outside. So it will be coming back out again. I have also a song called Cornfield Country Girl that'll be coming out on that. It's kind of a bluesy, jazzy kind of sound, and which is right up, of course, Kenny Vaughn's alley, because you know that's one thing that was his big thing, you know, back in the day too. He's from Colorado, so you know, so it was right. And I told him, I said, "You just have fun with this," and boy, did he! It was great.
Can you? Well, you just told me about some of your songs. Can you tell me about concerts and what's next?
Yeah, so I just got done doing the. Please stop, you guys. Okay. Sorry, my grandkids and my granddaughter and my daughter are here right now because we are expecting the grandbaby in the morning. So grandbaby number 5, Mr. Victor, is going to be here in the morning. So I have grandkids with me right now doing with the interview. But so anyways, yeah. So I just did Distillery for the first time, which was a great experience. That was off Broadway and stuff that I did that. And then this weekend, Friday night, I will be at the Maxwell House again. Next week, I didn't really have anything booked. Not to say something doesn't end up showing up or coming up though next week, because we originally had expected the grandbaby to be here next week, not this week. So I didn't schedule anything. So, but then my next shows are June the 4th and June the 6th. I will be June the 4th. I will be back at the Maxwell House, and then I'll be at Commodore Grill on the 6th. So I have those posted also on my page on Reverb Nation, and I also have that on my fan page that I have those showing dates.
Okay.
I forgot to say, next year, which I think is the perfect timing, I did get a spot. It's at the Dogwood Festival. It's a folk in Mississippi that I've been posting about it. I will be on that one October. I think it's October the 2nd, but that's next year, not this year, next year. So, which I found out you guys have a festival coming up this weekend in your town. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're having strawberry picking now.
Yeah. I thought that you guys, because we just did our strawberry festival here in town last week and stuff. So, and then, but I know you guys have some kind of festival I saw on there because I've been trying to book something close by so I could be able to come out to see you. So I was like, man, if I would have known that, but before I had the grandbaby. So
yeah, we got Oktoberfest at the Culture Museum. up here in Stanton.
Hmm.
They had the Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah. Well, that's my hopes is to start actually getting places and start, getting out a little bit more so to see places. So
Well, hopefully you can get up this way.
yeah, yeah, I definitely, like I said, it's like I drove all the way to from here to from my house. I did a show at Humboldt, Tennessee, and that was like a almost 3 hour drive. And I think you're like 3 hours and something from me too. So
I'm like 8 hours from Nashville.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, I live right on the Tennessee Franklin, Kentucky line. So yeah.
Do you got a certain song that's more important to you than others?
This one, I think, is the one of them because it just defines what. That's why I said like this recording. It's all based around like trying to pursue our dreams and inspiring for doing so and stuff and getting back on track with music or your goals or dreams. That's just like with Cornfield Country Girl when I wrote it. Yes, it's talking about, working into tasseling, but it's also the fact that it's hard work, what hard work gains for you. When you put your effort into it and work hard, you get the results that you get from it. So that's why I definitely wanted to make sure that was on this recording. That's going to be coming up. And then I just wrote a song with Danny Strymer and Joe Weber. I can't wait till that one's be coming out, but I don't know if that'll be on this recording or not and stuff yet. I do know that we're going to try and get this in the studio soon. It turned out really fantastic. We joke around calling it our yacht rock. I got a little different of styles and stuff. I try and challenge myself to write. So this was really a lot of fun. We enjoyed doing it. So that'll be coming out before too long. I'm pretty sure because Danny and Joe is not going to let that probably sit too long. They're enjoying it too much. So.
Where can people go and see your videos,
I
music events?
Yeah, so I have Spotify. I am on Spotify. I am on iHeartRadio. I am on Pandora. I'm on iTunes. I'm on YouTube Music. I'm on Amazon Music. So you can go Alexa and then, ask for Amber Jean Carmen and it comes on there. I do have a YouTube video that I put out. I do have some of my other songs that are on there that are like the Cornfield Country Girl and all that are just me with the guitar. I'm also on TikTok. I've been doing quite a bit on TikTok, trying to even do some lives once in a while on there. And then I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. So I did have a SoundCloud, but I haven't touched that in forever. Oh, and Reverb Nation. I always forget about that one.
Okay. What do you like to do besides music?
I actually do cakes. I do cake decorating. I like making cakes and decorating. I just recently started back at doing that because our kitchen was under construction, so I had to not do a lot of that for a little bit. So our kitchen is now where I can use it, I should say. It's not completed, but it's where I can use it. So I've been doing my cakes again and stuff, which is like my little canvas to painting, because I also do painting and arts and stuff. I've always done it, but when I discovered doing cakes, it was like a different form of art. And so I could be able to do that and have fun with that. And then of course I work as an ER nurse. So I joke around. I was like, I do a lot too much probably.
Okay. Well, thanks for being on the show today. Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me. Yeah, and I like I said, I'm so thankful that you do this and stuff and help and support everybody. And also, I've been listening to your stuff that you've been putting out there too, and that's been great too. So very wonderful. So I just, as a matter of fact, today I just got done listening to was it Lying Window? It's talking about lying down or at the window. Yeah, with the rain on the. Yep. I just got done listening to that one today. So.
Yeah, I wrote one today called "I Just Got Out of the Army."
Uh-huh.
That's, I did a little like country rap to it,
Mhm.
and it sounds pretty good too.
Yeah. So I saw that. I was like, I hadn't heard that one yet. So, but I saw you post about it and stuff. But I did hear that one was a line here. So, I thought that was pretty good. So, and it's so cool that because it's laying there referencing to the listening to the window. So was that yours? Is that what happened with you? Was it just?
Well, yeah, we was getting a lot of rain, and we got a tin roof, and hear the rain hitting the roof and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes you tired in the morning. You don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah. 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 It does. So yeah, I get it. So
I don't like them dreary days.
I know that's what's funny is those are days though. Sometimes I'll end up a lot of times that's when I am picking up my guitar, and playing or something, playing something. It might be just doodling on the guitar, but which that's a lot of times what I end up doing is I'll go on to like playing just playing the guitar. I don't even have anything, just playing around with sounds of how I feel that day, So, and that's just, I enjoy doing that. That's just I joke around calling my therapy. It's like somebody doodling on a piece of paper, or whatever. That's mine. So, anyways. I know, I'm sorry. It's over here. I'm not going to know. It is. That's my Nevaeh.
Oh.
My first grandbaby. That's grandbaby number 1. That's where we are.